Hey, how's it going? This is Chad Warren. It's 9:32 a.m. Thursday, November 3rd. I am at Gab Social Media. This is the first time I have seen a post by this account named Craig Schaaf at Schaaf Craig, SCHAAFCRAIG. Appears to be within a gardening group from 2 days ago, and Gloria D. Nye reposted this. The post says, live streaming about homesteading and gardening? Good morning, everyone. I'm considering renewing my Gab Pro status so that I can start to do some live streaming with their new voice service. But I want you to give me some feedback to see if there is some serious interest out there. I would like to set it up so that I can directly communicate and answer questions in real time, very similar to the kind of interaction you can experience in a live seminar with questions and answers. If you're familiar with the teaching and resources I have been posting, then you know there are many topics we could cover. I personally would really enjoy doing this and interacting with you all in this way, but my time is precious and so is yours, and I don't want to give time to this if there really isn't interest and a need. Please leave a comment on this post letting me know your thoughts. Also, ideas about times during the week that are most convenient for live interaction when most people would be available would be welcome. Thank you for responding, and God bless. If you're not familiar with the educational resources I have available here on Gab, my index is down below. We see a picture with what appears to be an icon for Gab's new voice product, which I've never heard of, but I presume is a streaming platform. Live streaming about homesteading and gardening. And here's a list of resources, and you can read more about it. And I want to go to my reply here. All right. I'm interested in and encourage you to pursue your goal of producing educational content and correction around the topics of gardening and homesteading. If I may, I'd like to share some problems and solutions regarding alternative social media in general to factor into your considerations for if and how you are to proceed based on feedback. Consumerism versus cooperation. Whether I look at religion, business, education, etc., I see a common problem. It's easier to sell someone on buying a product or service or participate in a function than it is to ensure that said audiences produce a positive outcome as is intended. Similar to how an entrepreneur discovers that not only do they have to do good work, they have to attract customers who will buy the product or service via marketing, so too one should focus on employing their subscribers to become co-operators instead of consumers. It doesn't matter what is being sold or promoted, that is just the bait or a means to an end. In your example, you're really teaching people how to better connect with nature and community, etc. So the problem with alt media is that it can reduce our interest in patriotism or gardening into entertainment versus producing results. The solution is to encourage your audience to consider itself part of a cooperative franchise that works on best practices for how to transform your content into positive results. What I envision is that we, the freedom-loving people of Earth, should do is compete with the corporate consumer model by co-creating a cooperative protocol that is our great folk awakening versus the great reset of the globalists. So just like a business owner may hire an accountant to manage their financial info, a content creator should employ their audience to provide and organize feedback into a cooperative outcome management system. In closing, an example of how alt media struggles to empower localities is InfoWars. Are we truly making progress towards goals like restoring constitutional law, or are we just worshiping some leader and their ideas because this is a bad habit humans have been taught to worship external authorities and talk about making America great again, but in actuality we have little to show for our efforts other than contributing to a world civil war confrontation. And I don't mean to be just negative. I'm a super fan of InfoWars and Alex Jones, but I'm just using it as the pinnacle of success within this alt media content subscriber model. I'm saying it's wrong that we take our work more serious than we do our role as community co-creators with our free time. So like if InfoWars was to be more legitimate, then it would be, okay, the goal is to restore constitutional order. What's the exact plan? Where are the people in each locality that are going to their government to take it over from the UN? That's the business. That's what we would do if we were serious people, is we wouldn't see a big distinction between, okay, this is what I do for recreation, for fun, this is what I do for work, this, you see what I'm saying? It's we should develop a voluntary support system to replace the master-slave external authority systems we've inherited of a top-down hierarchy. Instead of kissing the butt of successful leaders, let's care more about distributing successful behavior from the skilled to the student. So that gets into neuro-linguistic programming, which demonstrates that it is not, that it is possible to teach people, like if somebody is a professional athlete, there is a method for transferring that skill set to people based on understanding specifics about education. Okay? Imagine if we took our membership, because of the internet, we are overwhelmed with info. So our focus should shift to organizing. This is a call for unity and cooperation, right? To put that higher in our priorities and to put it in balance with whatever we individually are doing. We need to, as conservatives and individualists, we need to understand that the only value to being strong as an individual is that we can provide a superior contribution to the group, right? Because we have the freedom to figure out who we are and what specifically our gifts are and how to contribute that. You see what I'm saying? But ultimately, it should be like we should be competing to show that we offer more to the group, instead of it being individuals versus the group. Okay? Imagine if we took our membership here at Gab more seriously than just a place for us all to post the same memes preaching to the choir. Imagine instead of people only analyzing the Bitcoin market and current events, we were able to see which groups were most successful at getting learners to transform creative content into real-world results, and that this becomes the replacement for the current failed social network, both locally and online through these systems. The day I look at the Gab news feed and the posts change so that I'm seeing how people achieve desired outcomes by employing educational content versus complaining about some news event designed to waste our energy, is the day I'll believe that we have solved our behavior problem of not being solution-oriented. Okay? Thanks for asking for feedback, because that is the seed for growing a society of people who volunteer to be part of the solution versus be all talk and no action. Okay, thank you very much. If you would like to learn more about me and share your value with me so that we can be the solution that we're looking for, then visit my account at Chad Warren at Gab. Thank you.